Good morning, students. Welcome to science class, and today we will read chapter number 14, that is Simple Machine. Simple machine. A machine is something that makes our work easier and makes our work faster. A machine that has only one or two parts are called simple machines. Usually, a simple machine makes our work easier by letting use a smaller force, but this does not reduce the amount of work we have to do. Do you know that work is done when a force is applied on something and it moves? Do you know how the work is measured? Work is measured as the amount of force multiplied by the distance it moves. And when you screw a nut with your hand, you do some work. You apply a force on a nut which then moves through a small distance. You can also unscrew the nut with a spanner, which is a simple machine. It helps you to loosen the nut easily by applying a smaller force on it, but a fixed amount of work that has to be done to open the nut. That means the product of the force and the distance has to be the same, whether you use your hand or you use your spanner. That's a simple machine. So while applying a smaller force, you have to move the spanner through a large distance, and in this way you can gain in the terms of force, but you lose in the terms of distance. Remember that the work is done by a simple machine can never be more than the work you put into it. There are 6 types of simple machines, and they are lever, pulley, inclined plane, screw, wheel and axle, and wedge. Now let's read about these simple machines one by one. The first one is lever. Try pulling a really stubborn wheat out of the ground. You know that to take a deep, persistent wheat that seems to have taken over your flower bed, and using just your hand might be very difficult or sometimes even painful. But with a tool like a hand shovel, you should, or with a bottle, a tool that takes out something loose is a lever. A lever is an arm that the pivot that turns against the fulcrum, that is also known as point, and think of the claw end of a hammer that you use to make nail loose. You make the nail loose with the help of claws of the hammer, and it's a lever, simple machine. It's a curved arm that rests against a point on a surface, and as you rotate the curved arm, it makes the nail loose from the surface, and that's the hard work. Now all levers they have 3 parts, that is load, fulcrum, and effort. Now what is load? Objects to be lifted or moved is called the load. Fulcrum is the point of support on the lever that does not move is called the fulcrum. And effort, a push or pull that moves the lever or the force applied is called the effort. The lever has been used by men for the thousands of years. Now let's read about the types or the classes of lever. Based on the position of the fulcrum, load, and the effort, levers are divided or they classified into 3 types. In the first class lever, second class lever, and third class lever. Let's read about the first class lever. In this type of lever, the fulcrum is in the middle. Scissors, pliers, seesaw, and a broom. These are the examples of first class lever. Now second class lever. In this class, the load is in the middle. A wheelbarrow, nut cracker, and can openers are the example of second class of levers. Then third class is, in this class the effort is in the middle. For example, forceps, passing rod, stapler and ice tongs. These are some of the examples of third class of levers. And rest of the simple machine we'll be reading in our next video. Till then, goodbye.